Hello, all, and welcome to this afternoon's review. It's the only review I'm going to be doing this week. My queue is really starting to back up, though, but I'm going to dub this review the summer beer review because it's getting towards that time of year when there's lots of summer beers around. And right now, I'm going to be reviewing something I've never reviewed before. And I picked up something to review next week that I have reviewed before that I've forgotten that I've reviewed before. This whole reviewing hundreds upon hundreds of beers is starting to catch up with me, and I can't remember a lot of beers I've reviewed because, they don't stand out. I remember all the beers that really stand out, you know, like Written Guts, Goza. I'll always remember that. You know what I mean? Or that Sour Porter. I'll always remember that too. But yeah, when it comes to all the wheat ales I've drank before, not so much. But what are we reviewing today? Something from Golden Road Brewing, and that is Guava Cart. Now, this is a fruited wheat ale, so the malt base is wheat, and it has guava and passion fruit as adjuncts. This is 5.0 ABV, and it says best enjoyed by September 23rd, 2022. So still nicely fresh, it's only about 3 months old, thereabouts. And yeah, let's just get straight to this, shall we? As you can see, I'm kind of burned out on the IPA thing, so honestly, I wouldn't mind reviewing a few session IPAs. I think the full-bodied hazies and full-bodied IPAs is just... It's getting really tough for me to do those justice without letting my... another one get in the way. Quacking You here is from my landlady's duck. She's hungry. I'm going to go and give her a snack after this. Probably should have given her a snack beforehand, but yeah. Well, the duck a snack, not my landlady a snack. I'm going to give the duck a snack. Okay. Man, I wish beer was like really healthy so I could drink it every day. So, an opalescent golden orange. Can't see through it, but you can. Some light definitely passes through. So very hazy, cloudy, with a white to off-white, thick, fluffy to frothy head, redolent of guava. Whew, my goodness. This smells like a guava tree where nobody's picked the fruits and they just kind of let it fall on the ground and start getting overripe all on the ground. So, very overripe kind of guava smell. And underneath that, some passion fruit, but definitely dominated by the guava. Fruit is so strong, can't really tell the malt base or any hopping whatsoever. Definitely fruit forward on the nose. Yeah, and it really smells like I'm just huffing guava juice right now, or passion guava juice, but definitely more towards the guava side. And honestly, I think they added enough guava there that you can kind of see it to the coloration. It's kind of darker than you would for a for uh, wheat ale. Okay, let's go to the palate now, shall we? Okay, guava up front, and into the mids, it slowly transitions. You get a sense of that wheat malt base. And in the long finish, you kind of have that sort of wheaten funk in the lasting finish. Very refreshing. Carbonation isn't too sharp, but not flat. You know, It's just kind of expect a little bit more sharpness to the carbonation. Even though the guava, and to a lesser extent the passion fruit, dominated the nose, effervescent top note is an even mix of both the fruit and the wheat malt. Hopping is very light here. It's just a brief flash of not so much bitterness, but balance of offsetting uh, the mild sweetness of the fruits and the malts in the mid to finish. There's a very subtle tartness to it, likely from the fruit, but it's fairly subtle. It doesn't really show up until the very long finish there. You can't really sense it, but you realize it's there later throughout as you drink it, once you kind of notice it there. Now, this one didn't get too many good reviews. I can kind of understand why. It really goes and depends on your tolerance of guava and whether you feel that sort of wheat base meshes well with guava. I can see that some people might have some. It's mildly challenging, but for myself, who as a resident of Hawaii, there's guava in a lot of things here. You can have guava syrup to put on your pancakes. So guava syrup, butter, and pancakes. I'm not particularly challenged by a predominant note of guava. Again, there's not much complexity here in regards to various aspects. Very much dominated by the guava, with just the wheat base kind of playing second fiddle, and the passion fruit being I guess, a supporting role to the guava there. As it warms up, the tartness is becoming much more apparent. Again, it's nowhere near as tart as like a sour. It was definitely edging towards like some of the Babby's first sours I've had, like the Sam Adams sour there, which wasn't very sour. It's kind of shading into that level of sourness or tartness, I should use as a descriptive adjective there. Yeah, Definitely refreshing, light, sessionable. Taste is pretty intense for something so light-bodied, which is a good thing in my book. Your mileage may vary, again, depending on your liking of intense guava flavor notes. Yeah, honestly, personally, I probably wouldn't go for this again. Um, why? I don't know why. It's just because there's other wheat beers I'd like to go and try, and other fruited beers I'd like to go and try. This one's interesting enough. I wouldn't go and turn it down. May be challenging to some palates. So it warms up too. I'm also getting a better sense of the balance that the hopping is providing there. Again, hopping is not particularly sensed in either the nose or on the palate as a thing in and of itself, but more as a counterbalance to the malt and the guava. It's also nice to finally drink a beer and not have my face turn red or my nose run like a faucet. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you like guava, well, you'll probably like this. I know it's also got passion fruit in there. I mentioned it once or twice. I mean, I wouldn't be able to guess that it's there. Kind of, if you're told it's there, it's like, yeah, it's there, but it's definitely overshadowed by the guava. And yeah, this is if you like wheat beers and you like guava put together. That little Venn diagram there. You probably like this. If not, you'll probably be like a lot of people who've tried this one. Well, folks, that is your beer review for this afternoon. Feels good to be drinking beer. I'm happy because I took my car in and it didn't cost me too much. Nothing was wrong with my car for once. Oh my god. Other than the long term things that I can let slide for years, which I have been doing. That, folks, is your beer review for this afternoon. Cheers.